Walamara, Yama, Bamara, Kabiga, Walamara. Yama, Kabiga, Bamara, Bamara, Kabiga, Walamara.
Good morning, everyone. Indeed, I am Auntie Isabel, and I'm very proud to be here today to do this presentation. A welcome to country is so very important and also very necessary, as it demonstrates an ancient tradition to welcome visitors to our ancestral lands. It has been conducted over thousands of years to officially welcome people and to identify who we are and who you are. I would now like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the custodians of this land, the Radju peoples, whose land you are gathered on here today. I also wish to acknowledge our elders, past, present and future, for they hold the memories, their tradition and culture of all Aboriginal Australians. In recognition and respect for all Aboriginal people, our culture and heritage, it gives me so much pleasure to welcome you all here to the land of the Radju peoples. Welcome.
A military camp was first established here in 1942, and recruit training for the Army has been delivered at Kapooka since 1951. In front of you is the battalion parade ground. The parade ground has significant history within the Army, as it represents an area where our fallen were placed. After a battle, when retreat was sounded and the unit had reassembled to call the roll and count the fallen, a hollow square was formed. The fallen were placed within the square, and no one used the area as a thoroughfare. Today, the parade ground represents this square, and hence, a unit's fallen. It is deemed to be hallowed ground. At the completion of the parade, the platoons will remain in the car park for approximately 20 minutes to allow you to congratulate your loved ones on achieving a fantastic milestone of becoming an Australian soldier. You are more than welcome to take photos of this significant occasion. The platoon sergeants for each platoon will be required to have their respective platoons formed up, ready to march back to their accommodation so they can complete a number of administrative activities prior to them being released to you. Please allow them to break away on order from their staff. For visitors attending the march out, buses will be provided in the vicinity of the entrance to the car park located to your right. They will transport all visitors to the car park where you left your cars. Once the soldiers have completed all of their allocated tasks, they will be transported from their accommodation to the Wagga Wagga Central train station. It is here that they will be released to spend time with you. Please be aware that there is limited parking in the vicinity of the train station. Throughout today's parade, please feel free to applaud whenever you feel it appropriate. Visitors are most welcome to take photographs and video footage of the parade, but are requested to consider the view of others whilst doing so. Please do not take photos or videos in any other location whilst on base. In the event of a medical emergency, please gain the attention of one of the uniformed marshals, who will assist you to the first aid area situated in the car park to your right. Toilets are located in the building at the edge of the car park, located to your right. It is requested that all mobile phones be now switched off or turned to silent mode during the march out parade. And if you have any questions or are unsure of where to go, please ask a uniformed military person or security guard for assistance. Once again, welcome to Kapooka. Now please sit back, relax and be proud of your sons, daughters, spouses, family and friends on parade here in front of you today. The Company Sergeant Major, Warrant Officer Class 2, Vincent Kumar, will now order the troops on parade. Regiment is 1 platoon, commanded by Lieutenant Mark Pavato. The platoon sergeant is Sergeant Jacob Garlick. The section commanders are Corporal Brendan Gleeson, Corporal John Hume, Corporal Reese Chidgey, Corporal Bianca Abrams, and Corporal Carl Anderson. On parade to your right is 2 platoon, commanded by Lieutenant Meg Yeager. The platoon sergeant is Sergeant Brad Jones. The section commanders are Corporal Jared Bailey, Corporal Graham Thomas, Corporal Cameron Cherry, and Bombardier Christian Hughes. The company sergeant major will now hand over to the parade commander, Captain Timothy Flint, who will then order the officers onto parade.
Officers! Take post!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand while the Governor-General's banner is marched on parade. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform should only salute when the banner ensign gives the order to present arms and the band plays a musical salute, point of war.
March on the Governor-General's banner! Parade! General salute! Present! Arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Parade! Attention! Band, attention!
The reviewing officer, Chief of the Defence Force, General Angus Campbell, is now arriving on parade. The reviewing officer is hosted by Officer Commanding Alpha Company, Major David Adams.
Parade! General salute! Present! Arms! Parade! Attention!
The parade commander will now invite the reviewing officer to inspect the parade and band.
So, good morning. I'd like to invite you to review the band and parade.
The custom of inspecting the troops dates back to the mid-1600s, in the time of King Charles II. Its original purpose was to allow the inspecting officer to closely scrutinise each soldier's face and confirm their allegiance, but also to be ready for an attempt on his life. Today, the custom continues to confirm the readiness and state of discipline of a unit. The reviewing officer will now inspect the band. At full capacity, the Australian Army Band Kapooka consists of 26 professional soldier musicians whose versatility allows them to perform in a number of different configurations, including full band, big band, rock band, jazz group, various acoustic and instrumental ensembles, and of course the marching band you see before you today. The band has had a continuous presence at Kapooka since 1951 and proudly supports the Riverina region, as well as having the honour to assist in welcoming each and every one of Army's newest soldiers as they march out of recruit training. Today, the band is led by Officer Commanding Music Director Major Greg Peterson and Band Sergeant Major Warrant Officer Class 2 Mark Brown.
Parade! I turn! Shut!
Burn! A turn! Shun!
The parade will shortly march past in quick time. You are requested to stand when the Governor-General's banner passes to your immediate front. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform are to salute when the banner passes to your direct front. Please be seated once the banner has been marched past.
Parade! Close order! Parade! We'll move to the right in columns of 3. Right! Parade! Almost past in quick time! All platoon leading! Parade! By the left! Band! By the centre! Parade! Da! Parade in one!
The parade will shortly advance in review order. The significance of this manoeuvre dates back to 18th century British regiments and was designed to combat the tactical moves of an enemy both in attack and defence. This old battlefield manoeuvre was conducted with the colours to the front and centre, where the commander was also located. All dressing was taken from the colours, and the manoeuvre was always carried out with 2 or more ranks. In our modern ceremony, the parade will advance in review order by marching forward 15 paces at the open order. To mark the end of the manoeuvre, a general salute in the form of a present arms will be conducted.
Parade will advance in review order! By the centre, way! Parade! General salute! Present! Arms! Parade! Attention! Parade! Stand at ease!
Trophies will now be awarded to the best at physical training, the most proficient with weapons, and the Baird VCMG Trophy for the most outstanding soldier in each platoon.
Trophy winners! Go! Trophy winners! Go! Out! Parade! Stand easy! Trophy winners! Up!
The winner of the Physical Proficiency Trophy for the best at physical training in one platoon is Trooper Vincent Nolch, Royal Australian Armoured Corps.
Sir!
The winner of the Skilled Arms Trophy for weapons proficiency in one platoon is Craftsman Cooper Doyle, Royal Australian Electrical and Mechanical Engineers.
Sir!
The winner of the Physical Proficiency Trophy for the best at physical training in two platoon is Private Mitchell Bennett, Royal Australian Infantry Corps.
Sir!
The winner of the Skilled Arms Trophy for weapons proficiency in two platoon is Gunner Emmanuel Vasarakis, Royal Australian Artillery.
Sir!
Most Outstanding Soldier Trophy is awarded to the recruit who has achieved above average results in all aspects of recruit training and has demonstrated beyond reproach the qualities of loyalty, teamwork, integrity, honour and dedication to duty. This award was named for Corporal Cameron Baird, VCMG, who marched out of Kapooka on the 18th of February 2000 and was recognised as the most outstanding soldier of his platoon, having achieved all the recruit course competencies to an excellent standard. The Baird VCMG Trophy for the most outstanding soldier in one platoon is Private Lara Warner, Royal Australian Army Ordnance Corps. The Baird VCMG Trophy for the most outstanding soldier in two platoon is Private Brittany Fuller, Australian Intelligence Corps. In 2007, Corporal, then Lance Corporal Baird, was awarded the Medal for Gallantry whilst in action during close quarter combat in Afghanistan on Operation Slipper, and then in 2014 he was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross for the most conspicuous acts of valour, extreme devotion to duty and ultimate self-sacrifice for his actions in Afghanistan on Operation Slipper on the 22nd of June 2013. Throughout his career, Corporal Cameron Baird, VCMG, displayed qualities of the highest order and were in keeping with the finest traditions of the Australian Army and the Australian Defence Force. The Wagga Legacy Shield is awarded to the section that achieves the highest score during the recruit's final field exercise. The champion section and winner of the Wagga Legacy Shield is 4 Section 1 Platoon. The section commander, Corporal Anderson, will accept this award on behalf of 4 Section. Today, the Wagga Legacy Shield is being presented by Legatee Mr. Drew Porter. In 1923, Legacy made a promise to help veterans' families carry on with their lives after the loss or injury of their loved ones. Today, Legacy supports 40,000 partners and children of veterans who gave their lives or health serving our country. The reviewing officer will now address the parade.
Good morning. On behalf of everyone here today, I would like to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet, the Wiradjuri people, and recognise our elders, past, present and emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge those of Indigenous heritage who've served, do serve or may serve in our Australian Defence Force since its foundation many, many years ago. And there is a wonderful connection between defence, army, the home of the soldier, and country here at Wagga. Could I acknowledge also the community who come here today, part of the system of support and the wider recognition of what we do here at the 1st Recruit Training Battalion in building and in presenting our newest soldiers to the Army and to the nation. And could I ask everybody here who's not on parade, perhaps just to acknowledge with me our newest soldiers. Congratulations. Now, they don't come fully formed on a parade like this. There's a lot of hard work that goes into building and preparing a young person to join the Australian Army. That actually starts at home. And I'd like to thank the parents and friends and the wider family of everyone who's on parade for entrusting the Army with your most treasured son or daughter, friend or companion, and to recognise that it is in those formative years that people start to think about what their career might become. Also on parade, we have some of a very large body of instructors who work tirelessly in support of seeing as many of our people graduate as possible and move forward in their career and their aspirations for service in the Australian Army and the Defence Force. Behind us, behind the parade, is the Australian Army Band Kapooka. And they're here, they're in the community, they're all over the region, and they do magnificent work in support of this place, in support of our soldiers, and in support of our nation. To the instructors and to the band, and most especially to the families, thank you for your support for seeing our young soldiers graduating today. To everyone who is graduating, first of all, well done on a really impressive parade. You've learned a lot, you've endured a lot, you've built friendships, and you've acquired knowledge, skills, attitudes and attributes, and you're taking that first step in a career in the Australian Army. An army over a century old, an army that you can be proud of and that is proud of you. In your service, there will be outstanding times. Sometimes there will be difficult times. In both cases, you will always be stronger and better together. So I encourage you all to support each other, to serve with and for each other and for our nation. And in the difficult times, come together and make the problems smaller as you stand tall and achieve extraordinary things together. If ever in doubt of what your next choice or decision might be, follow our values: service, courage, respect, integrity, and excellence in all things. I wish you the very best in your careers. I have had extraordinary opportunities in our army. Those opportunities are available to you also. Good luck and good soldiering. Thank you.
Parade! Parade! Attention! Ben! Attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform are to salute.
Parade! Present! Arms! Parade! Attention! Parade! Stand at ace!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Parade! Attention!
The reviewing officer will now depart the parade.
Parade! General salute! Present! Arms! Parade! Attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing as the Governor-General's banner is marched off the parade. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform should only salute when the parade commander gives the order to present arms and the band plays the musical salute, point of war.
March off the Governor-General's banner! Sir! Parade! General salute! Present! Arms!
Banner escorts, attention! Banner party for the centre, quick!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The parade commander will now call out the officers.
Officers! Fall! Out!
The parade commander will now hand the parade over to the company sergeant major, who will march the soldiers off parade.
Sir, sir! Sir!
It is requested that you please remain within the seating enclosures until after the band has left the parade ground.
Parade! Close! Or out! Parade! Move to the right! And climate, please. Right!
Bye-bye.